Hello everyone, I'm Tanveer Garewal from Eco Club and today we are starting our very own series Terry Mary Baatein. We are using our platform to spread awareness, have discussion and debates on important matters as it is one of our mission of Eco Club. Under this initiative, we have invited Mrs. Meenu Arora. She is a counseling psychologist in our college. She'll be guiding and educating us on the importance of mental health. India holds a population of 135 million, and according to the WHO report of 2019, 7.5% of India's population is suffering from some or other kind of mental health issues. It is a matter of concern. I would like to call upon on Mrs. Meenu Arora to enlighten us on the importance of mental health and how one should be dealing with it if one is suffering from mental health illness. Over to our expert Meenu Arora.
Taking care of mental health during this COVID-19 is very, very important. So what is mental health basically? I see a lot of misconceptions around mental health among people. So according to WHO, when we talk about health, health basically includes the physical, social, spiritual, and mental health. And when we talk about mental health specifically, it refers to your psychological and emotional well-being. Now, all of us feel sad, angry, happy, depressed, as we call it, as stressed at various points of time in life, which is very normal because we are able to go through different emotions. We are able to deal with these emotions and then we bounce back like a resilient person and then we are back to our normal life. Now, what happens to a person who is not able to deal with these emotions? The sadness episodes goes on for more than maybe 6 years. What if a person is hallucinating or having developed some kind of false beliefs? There are many people who develop some kind of obsession with certain thoughts or certain compulsive behaviors. So what needs to be done in that case? If any of these kind of symptoms, when you are having some kind of thoughts, negative thoughts that no one loves me in this world, or you feel that everything bad happens to me all the time, or there are certain changes in the behavior of a person or in the sleeping patterns or in the eating patterns, this particular phase starts hampering the daily life of the person and it goes on for more than 6 months, then that is the indication that a person needs some kind of professional help from a mental health professional. May it be a psychiatrist, may it be a clinical psychologist, may it be a counseling psychologist. And many a times these people who are undergoing these symptoms are not able to realize that they need some kind of help. So as a aware, socially aware and a responsible citizen, it becomes our responsibility. If we see one of our friends or somebody in our social circle is going through these changes and has developed sudden behavioral changes, has withdrawn from the family and the friends, and is not talking to anyone, is not able to deal with his life in a normal way, then it becomes a responsibility to walk up to this person and explain to this person that there is help available. You have to provide him maybe the contact number of that particular person, or if you need to accompany that person, to provide that mental health uh, professional help. And also in this COVID-19 situation, it's not necessary to visit the mental health professional on face-to-face. You can always consult them online also. It is readily available. And it is very much normal to feel stressed at certain points of time. There is nothing bad about it. None of us is a perfect individual, right? The things become normal once we are able to deal with it. Now, as far as this COVID-19 situation is concerned, that has given us a clear evidence that how physical health is so closely related to mental health. From the ancient times, you will see that, especially in the Indian scriptures, we have given a lot of emphasis on yoga and yoga. So yoga is your physical health, and through yoga, you maintain your mental health. So we have found a lot of evidences, where physical health is closely related to mental health. Now, in this COVID-19 situation, when people have developed certain fears and certain anxieties towards this new disease, and so all these kind of news which is available in the media that it is increasing. COVID cases are increasing, deaths are increasing. So it has induced a kind of fear and anxiety for this uncertainty, that for how long this is going to happen. You know, whether I will, can I also develop this kind of disease? What if one of my family members gets the disease? Then what is going to happen? If I'm employed, then I'm worried about my job, because now I need to work from home. So, well, will I lose my job? Will I get a job after completing my education? So there is a lot of financial pressure on the individual's mind. Students have a lot of pressure regarding the education and regarding getting into a job, who are doing the graduates and the postgraduate studies. So what are we supposed to do during this time? How do we maintain our mental health during this time? So first of all, we need to accept the fact that it is very much normal to feel stressed out during this time. The only thing is, we should understand how we should maintain our mental health during this time. So the first thing is that acknowledge, accept, and ask for help. Many times we deny our feelings. Many times we just portray ourselves as if we cannot have any problem and I'm perfectly all right. So we are basically trying to put our emotions, our negative emotions, our sadness, our fears and anxiety under the carpet. That is not a good idea. It will start stinking one day. If you start accumulating negative emotions inside you, it will start stinking in the way that it will start affecting your behavior. So the best is to accept, acknowledge, and then ask for help. There is nothing wrong in asking for help, right? And also, as far as especially the youngsters, the youth is concerned, we are spending a lot of time on screen, right? So maybe during this COVID-19, we can adopt certain strategies, to maintain the quality of life. May it be physical exercise. So it is a good idea to do some stretching exercises, physical exercises, or maybe Surya Namaskar. You know, even if you do Surya Namaskar 5 times in the morning, you will feel fresh for the whole day. Have healthy food. Don't have junk food, because the physical activity is limited. So then a lot of energy otherwise is absorbed in digestion of the food. So have healthy food, drink lots of water, have plenty of sleep. It's okay to sleep. I get calls many times from people that their sleeping patterns have been disturbed. Of course, when we are working from home, when our physical activity is short, then we will have sleep disturbances. So it is up to us, how do we inculcate that daily routine within us. So make a routine that even if you're not feeling sleepy, that I will lie down on bed at 11 o'clock or 10 o'clock, whatever suits you, and fix up a time when you want to get up in the morning to carry on your work. And maybe you can get up early in the morning to have a morning walk, because mornings are not that crowded place. So you can just go out and have a walk, have some fresh air. That helps a lot. Then do connect with people. The public health action says that maintain social distancing, but this social distancing is actually physical distancing. They have not stopped you to connect with people. So maintain physical distance and not social distance. So call up people, who make a lot of difference in your life. Maybe there is somebody old in nearby your place who needs your help. So sometimes we are always looking for that, what kind of help I can get. Now change your perspective. Start looking at, how can you help others? How can you help those who are not as efficient as you? So in whichever way you can help those people, it will give you a great pleasure. And above all, first of all, we have to develop a sense of gratitude. A gratitude for being healthy, for being at my place, for being able to listen to this video, that I'm all right and I'm listening to this video. So develop a gratitude. Start writing a gratitude journal. You will see that it will give you a lot of positive energy to deal with this situation. And this situation will end. It is not that the situation will not end, right? We just need to be more flexible and adaptable for the coming times also, because that is the need of the hour. The future is coming up with a lot of changes, may it be AI or may it be pandemic. So there will be a lot of changes in our lifestyle. So it's important to be adapted to this new normal. But don't forget that once the situation gets over, you will be back to your old normal. So that means it is very, very important for us have to be flexible enough to adapt to changes which are occurring in the environment and have to assimilate, accommodate those changes within you. So we cannot change certain situations, but we can, of course, change our own perspectives. So it will happen that priorities will change, the attitude towards life will change, our lifestyle will change. But then we need to develop that kind of flexibility, because if you have the flexibility, you will never break, right? And always remember that there is no stigma attached to mental health. If you are having some problem, please come forward, talk about it, and ask for help. People are there to help you. And I'm really thankful to Eco Club of Terry for organizing this Meri Baat. And I'm really happy that they have taken this initiative, because I'm sure that many of the students of Terry and outside Terry also will benefit out of this initiative. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for the great talk. Thank you for making us understand the importance of mental health. It is as important as physical health. It is not a stigma. We should come forward and talk about it. Thank you for watching this video. On behalf of my team, I would also like to thank my team, Rajesh, Shreya, Pooja, Barsha, Ikansha, Shibin, and Paris, for making this video possible. Thank you. Together, we are stronger. Thank you so much.